Hello, my name is Randy Garrett. I am the Protocol Solution Manager for Keysight. I focus specifically on PCI Express and CXL. So today I'm going to show you our PCI 6.0 Protocol Analyzer and Exerciser solution. It also supports CXL 1.1 and 2.0. All right, I'm just going to walk you through the hardware setup and what we have that we're going to demonstrate today. So first we'll go through and talk about the PCI 6.0 Protocol Exerciser. You'll notice that this is a full height PCI card, half length, so it easily fits into most servers and connects into a CHEM connector on the bottom. If you look at the PCI Express Protocol Analyzer, you'll notice it's about 2x height. It's still half length, takes up a single slot, so it makes it easy to fit into any system. You'll also notice that the analyzer itself is all self-contained in a CHEM card. There's no cables that come out of it. There's no external box for the analyzer. All of the analyzer and memory is self-contained within the card itself. So that makes it very easy to plug into your systems, move between systems, and connect up and link up and get traces with PCI Express. Then the DDUT we're using is from Synopsys. So back here we have a PCI 6.0 controller that's implemented in HAPS FPGA. Out here it connects to the DUT, which is the endpoint device, and they have a PCI 6.0 IP, silicon IP implemented on their DUT. This is a by one width solution right now, so we run at 64 gigatransfers per second PAM4 in a by one width. We connect to our protocol analyzer and exerciser to control it through any PC or laptop. We connect through USB, so you can see there's a couple USB cords that come out and connect into the laptop where we run the GUI for to control both the exerciser and analyzer. In addition, we provide power to both the exerciser and analyzer, so we're not taking any power out of the PCI slot itself. All of that power is passed directly through to the DUT. All right, so now I'm going to walk you through the user interface for the exerciser and the analyzer. So this is the user interface for the Protocol Exerciser. You can see there's a bunch of navigation capabilities on the left-hand side. We're currently running the exerciser as a root port, and so we're connecting downstream to the endpoint. That's the Synopsys endpoint, and so we're going to connect and link up at 64 gigatransfers per second. Over here you'll notice on the this window over here, this is kind of a main window I use to look at all the time. It shows my link speed, my width. It shows that the link is active, running at 64 gigatransfers per second. Also, if I flip over to the protocol analyzer, you'll notice that there are just tabs across the top here. And so as I flip over to the analyzer tab, you can see that I can bounce back and forth really easily between the GUI for the exerciser and the analyzer. I'm going to trigger on any TLP packet, and from there I can capture a trace, and I can see that I did a config write out to the device and read back all the configuration registers and information from there. Down below here, you can see that I have a flit screen, so it shows the flits that are being transferred back and forth across PCI Express Gen 6, which is a very new thing in PCI Express to have the flits. You can also see that there's the data associated with each flit right here. All right, and over here we have the Synopsys interface, and so this is how they control their silicon IP. You can see that we're running at 64 gigatransfers per second in a by one lane width, and we're in flip mode. So to recap, we went through and we talked about the Keysight PCI 6.0 Protocol Exerciser and Analyzer solution, walked through some of the interface of it, we're able to capture a trace at 64 gigatransfers per second. If you want more information, please visit keysight.com and type in PCI Express 6.0 and do a search on that, and you'll bring up a bunch of solutions around what Keysight provides. Thank you.